Oh, hi. Um, I am finally doing my Q&A. This is the first episode. I'm going to do this as a series of episodes, and I'm going to strip them throughout the week. I'm going to do 10 questions at a time, and they're brought to you by my comic Red Knight, which is done over at Primal Paper Comics. Check out the primalpapercomics.com website, where you can download the free PDF of the free Comic Book Day special, and you can order print and download versions of Red Knight, by the way. 1 through 6 is available right now. Hey, also the new The Ends came out this week, too. I highly recommend you check this series out. Well, sorry it took a while. I know I said when I did the initial video that next week I'd do the video, or what did I say? Did I say next week?
Yes, and according to this, that was 3 weeks ago.
So sorry. I've been busy. My day job has gotten quite busy. I got writing issue 9 of Red Knight, so I've gotten really kind of on a tear on that. I've had a couple other things going on, so stuff happens. Sorry, I don't get paid for this. If I did, then that would have been right on time, but, you know, that's how it goes. So, Lindsay is going to assist me with this. She's going to ask me the questions. I've only briefly looked at these questions. I didn't want to get too much prepared for them, so I did kind of like look at them as they were showing up on the video. But otherwise, I kind of didn't get ready for them. So now, let's see what we got. Let's start it. I'm going to do these 10 questions at a time. So I think there's 40 questions basically. So this will hopefully be a series of 4. All right. I think we're ready. Lindsay, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, Lindsay, what's the first question?
First question is from Mr. Goodplot.
Yes, hello, Mr. Goodplot.
If you had to choose between either consistently reading new Spider-Man in DC or giving up everything involving MST3K, which would you choose?
Wait. Would I give up new Spider-Man in DC?
Would you... You'd have to read all of the new Spider-Man in DC, or give up all of MST3K. Which one would you choose?
There's no third option on this.
No.
Okay. If I wanted to keep reading those things that I don't like?
Yeah. Keep reading things you don't like, or give up a show that you love.
I love Mystery Science Theater too much, so I would keep reading stuff I didn't like. So yeah, I would hopefully read the best stuff. So, yeah, that's it. I would keep reading the comics I'm not very fond of right now. There, you thought you had me. Ha ha!
Next question is from Take Loose.
Sure.
What is the worst comic story you have ever read?
I've been reading comics for almost 35 years. The Blood Wolf story from Darker Image is pretty bad. I know it's supposed to be a comedy, but it's not very good. Secret Wars 2 wasn't very good. Under the Red Hood isn't very good. Yeah, I know it's so good. I don't like it. Hush is kind of terrible. Man, I don't know. Maybe those are my answers. There's actually much worse too. I mean, Civil War was a cool idea, but it doesn't really come together very well. There is... Oh, that issue of Robin where they tried to turn Cassandra Cain into a villain. That was awful. And, man, I could keep going. I never read Ultimatum, so I can't really answer that. So, yeah, I'd say those are probably my batch. I know after I get offline, after I turn this camera off, I'm going to think of 4,000 other horrible, crappy comics. But there's a lot of bad comics. Let's just be honest. Let's be real. That's it.
Okay. Let's see. That hard-boiled guy asked, Since there probably will never be another live-action Batman TV show where Batman is the main focus, do you think Gotham Central would make a TV show? Or how about a Catwoman TV show?
That would be really cool. The problem with doing spin-off shows like this, where there isn't a Batman show, like Birds of Prey, for instance, you got to figure out why Batman isn't in the show and why he will never show up in the show. Gotham Central could probably be done that way, where he is portrayed as a mysterious figure that keeps popping up. I'm sure not all the cops see Batman or get to be buddy with him. So I think a Gotham City Police Department show would be pretty fascinating. Catwoman is a little more intricate with Batman. That might be a little bit trickier. Now, if there was a Batman TV series, then yeah, that would be an obvious, easy spin-off. But I think a GCPD would be an easier show to do. Oh, but I don't know. I have trouble watching Batman shows without Batman in it. All right.
See, Nathan Banks asks, with Batman Year Zero and the origin of Tony Stark, do you think they are needed?
Not really. I guess New 52 feels like they need a new Batman origin. I don't know. Take your pick. There's quite a few. As far as I'm concerned, Year One is canon, and that's it. The Tony Stark thing, I'm not really too familiar with that. I know it's out there, but I don't know. I haven't been following it. I don't think they're needed. I mean, I hope they're both good.
The Pulp 80s says, lame, one question.
Yeah.
Hey, have you considered reading The Question by Denny O'Neil? And you can add what you think of it if the answer is yes.
Oh, you mean this? Yes, I've read them, and they're fantastic. I haven't really discussed them on the channel here, but I don't know. Would you like me to review these? I think they're quite good, actually. I love The Question. I just dig this character, Vic Sage, and I thought Renee Montoya did a good job, even though I didn't want to see The Question replaced. But what really kind of disappointed me was, after not being a fan of the idea, they kind of sold me on her as The Question with that backup story in the Batwoman Detective Comics. It's like, oh, okay, all right, I can get behind it. And then they coldly, destroyed that too. It's like, ugh. Anyway, this is really quite good. I do recommend this series, and I do miss this character. All right.
Susan Wheeler asks, what DC character would you like to have a New 52 ongoing, and what creative team would you like to be on it?
Cassandra Cain, me, and any artist. Amy Reeder. That's right, yeah. Amy Reeder. Yeah, or Amy Reeder. Or JC Grande is pretty good too. Anyway, that'd be pretty much my choice.
I can't pronounce this person's name.
Give it a shot.
Tserofmai.
Okay.
Tserofmai.
Okay. Hey, how's it going?
What are your favorite Doctor Who episodes with your favorite Doctor in it?
I really like the Tom Baker one a lot. He's basically my first Doctor, so it kind of makes him my favorite. It's like James Bond, like your first one is like your emotional favorite. That one where they ended up on that space station thing with the people like frozen and they were trying to escape, and there was some kind of mutated guy in there, which is almost like every other Doctor Who episode, frankly. But outside of that, I really dig the David Tennant one. And, God, Blink is such a good episode. The Agatha Christie episode's really fun. And, the Neil Gaiman episode, the the Doctor's Wife episode is quite good. And I think, geez, we had an episode with the dinosaur that's on the spaceship thing. I think that was pretty fun.
It was called Dinosaurs on a Spaceship!
Yes. That one was a pretty stellar episode, actually. Hope that answered your question.
See, Zachary132. See, if fate smiled upon you and some important guy in Hollywood came across Red Knight and wanted to make a movie out of it, what actor would you want to play the title character?
I get asked about this quite a bit, and I never can figure out who would be a good Red Knight. I don't know why I'm incapable of doing that. I keep thinking I would like an actor similar to Sam on True Blood. I think that actor's obviously too old. He's like 15 years too old to play the character, but somebody like him. Have you ever thought of anybody?
No.
Yeah, okay.
I can't think of anyone.
Okay, see. I'm sorry, I don't have an answer. I can't think of anybody good. Not Ryan Reynolds. No, I don't like him. And not Rip Taylor. I think he'd be a terrible Red Knight. Nipsey Russell, mainly because he's dead. I think that would be a pretty bad casting choice. And Cheryl Ladd. Jeez. These are all poor choices. Oh, yeah.
See, SXE Blues.
Yeah.
If you suddenly found that the Earth was shortly coming to an end, but that to preserve some essence of your life of its inhabitants, you could choose to exist in any fictional world there ever was, what movie, book, comic book, TV show, or other medium or title would you want to deposit yourself into?
Whew, wow, someone's watching a lot of Doctor Who. I did take a peek at this question, and I would have to say probably the Ghost in the Shell universe. That universe looks great. You could practically kind of be immortal. You know, you can get what they call prosthetic bodies. If you're dying, you can get your brain downloaded into one of these things. The technology looks fun. The world looks pretty the world looks pretty habitable. It looks like just our world, just with more technology. God forbid, I go to a universe that doesn't have any. But yeah, I think that would be pretty much the world I'd go into.
Nathan Benatten asked, what DC or Marvel supporting character would you like to be, and why?
Okay. Well, this, by the way, will be the last question that I answer for this part. What was that question again? Which DC Marvel character?
What DC or Marvel supporting character would you like to be, and why?
Well, not anybody in Daredevil. Man, this is tough, because you know what? The supporting characters in all superhero books basically get the shit beat out of them and killed and raped and shot, and it's not a happy life if you're a friend of a superhero. I would have to say I wouldn't want to be any of these people. Like, Lindsay, if I realized that you were a superhero, we'd probably be over. Let's see. I'd move out faster than I would get killed, because it would be like, well, I better get out of here, because Muto is going to, like, rape the shit out of me if I'm not out of here. But I guess... I don't know. It might be fun to live in Hawkeye's apartment building. I think that might be fun. Or Captain Marvel's cast seems pretty interesting. I wouldn't want to be Spider-Man's supporting cast either. Ugh. That's a terrible life. So I guess those would probably be it. I'd probably live in Hawkeye's building. Even though recently one of them got killed off for practically no reason. So there is a danger there. I think that's it for now. I'm going to continue these. Tomorrow will be part 2, where I answer 10 more questions from you guys. Until then, push the button, Lindsay.